Welcome to the TheFailed podcast. We're doing another episode of Coffee Break. Thank you for listening to the previous episode. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram. All the links will be in the description below. I am your host, Sam Esquivel, and today I got a good one. How many of us talk to ourselves in the car? We're yelling at other people. We are noticing and talking and saying, why did this light turn green? Why is this red? And this and that. And we do a lot of self-talk. And it's necessary, I believe. But today I want to leave you with several things to tell yourself every day. This is so that you can start redirecting the way that your mind thinks. In order to replace negative thoughts, one must think positively. But we also have to know how to communicate that. And obviously, we have people around us that probably encourage us and help us, and that's great. But what do we do when we're alone? What do we do whenever we are down, whenever we do need a little boost or some words of encouragement? And so I'm about to hit you with some. And say these to yourself right now as you're listening to this coffee break and you're enjoying your coffee. I'm enjoying my coffee. Say these things to yourself and then figure out why you believe them. And if you don't, why you need to believe them. Here's the first one. I am the best. Not necessarily the best in the sense from compared to everyone else, the best in the world at whatever it may be, because if you say I'm the best cyclist, you're obviously not. I'm the best F1 car racer. Unless you are, there's a good chance that that's not what you're referring to. What that's referring to is who you are, how you grew up, who and how you are made, and what defines you. And when it's measured from others, outside of yourself, it may not be nothing. But every day when you wake up and you look in the mirror and you're about to go out into the world to do whatever you do, whether it be a doctor, a lawyer, whether you cut yards, pick up trash, own your own business, or you're an entrepreneur, you name it, it doesn't matter. All of those things that I mentioned have the best, not necessarily like in a competition, but do what is called like what you need to do to the best of your ability. And so say this to yourself, I am the best, but know exactly what you are and what defines you, so that when you say it, you're really saying, you know what? I am a good person. You know what? I am the best father. I am the best whatever job that you do. But you have to identify those things, because whenever the world is quiet, that's one thing. But what if the world is negative? Who can counter that? Are you going to be waiting for some stranger to come and tell you that you're the best at stuff that only you know and that you hold a high standard to yourself? Like, what do you think? That is not going to happen. If it does, then you're fortunate. Then you don't maybe need to do this. But this is good for everyone. Tell yourself, I am the best, and believe it. The next one, things to tell yourself every day. Here it is. I can do anything. Okay? This doesn't mean I can do anything like go to the moon. I can do anything like build like Apple, or you name it. So many things that someone else told themselves I can do anything. They accomplish those things. It's not like I can do anything that I can copy and see, which you can, but that's not the point of this little phrase that you tell yourself. I can do anything. And that has to do with what you want to accomplish. Right? What defines you? What's your interest? What's your hobby? What's your passion? I can do anything. That means that you can try anything. It doesn't mean that you're going to reach the highest levels at everything, but it does mean that you can do anything. Figure out what that is. It's not the most amazing, world-changing, technology like changing. It's not that. That was someone else's I can do anything. But what is yours? It might be a book. It might be a podcast. It might be cooking a great meal. It might be reading a book. I can do anything. Doesn't have to be something that you've seen someone else do, but it's something that only you can see yourself being able to do because of your life and experiences. Here's the next one. My future is bright. Tell yourself that a few times right now as you're listening, wherever you are. My future is bright. My future is bright. Your future is bright. What does that mean? That you're constantly learning. That wherever you are right now is not a failure. It's not, it's a starting point. It's the next step in your journey. Your future is bright because you want more. Because you're able to learn, because you're able to take direction, because you got good people around you. Do not settle with what you have now. Now, there's big leaps that people take. I'm not saying don't take those, but it's like daily are you learning something? Daily are you changing something? Daily are you faster at your job? Are you better at your job? Does someone else respect you because they saw you doing what you do? Your future is bright because you hold yourself to a learning standard, a better standard. So say that to yourself. My future is bright. Here's the next one. I am getting better each day. Man, that almost connects with the previous one so good. You're getting better each day because you are examining the past day. You're aware of what you're doing and how you're doing. And because of that, you are able to make changes. You are able to make adjustments that the next day something would just be a little bit better. For example, let's say you went to work the same way for so many weeks and months, but all of a sudden there's a secret back way or something and you figured it out and you realize, whoa, I can also get coffee down this route and it's less stressful. There you go. You're getting better each day because you're observing, because you're figuring out what can change and how it can change. So tell that to yourself. I am getting better each day, and maybe write it down. Identify how you're getting better each day. Here's the next one, and it kind of covers the last two. I will work hard. There's jobs that are easy, that don't require a lot of physical activity, but working hard, it's not speaking about someone else making you work hard. It's not necessarily speaking at your task and what need to happen. Yes, it includes those things, but I work hard. Let's just say your job. Yes, of course you're supposed to work hard there, and there's management, there's rules, there's quotas. That's almost a given. That's almost easy. But how about when you finish and there's a passion project or there's something that you one of your dreams is ready to break through? And are you working hard at that? Even though you're tired and busy, you have to feed the family, run errands, pick groceries up. Yeah, there's plenty of excuses. But work hard. The next one is tell yourself this: no excuses. Oddly enough, I just mentioned it in the previous one. No excuses. Yes, excuses are easy. They're easy to look for, easy to say, easy to discourage you and make you stop chasing your dreams. But how about you try no excuses? Tell yourself today, no more excuses. I will make time. It might not be 30 minutes, but I'm going to give 15. It might not be 15. I'm going to give it 10. But you do it daily. No excuses. You go ahead and make that leap. You go for that new job. You buy the online course to start tapping into a new career. No excuses. There's plenty of excuses out there. And here you go. It's been, they've probably stopped you from so many things. So how about we put an end to that? So tell yourself, no excuses. Here's the next one. People's opinions don't affect me. They do matter. Sometimes people's opinions have hidden wisdom that one needs to hear. Take that, learn from it, adjust and grow. But here it goes. The key there is they don't affect me. That means that everything else that you have told yourself, you still believe, even though someone or, the people's opinions don't affect me. You keep moving, you keep going because you are the best, because you can do anything, because you are, because your future is bright. And every other thing that I've mentioned, people's opinions don't affect me. It takes work. People will tell you things that will hurt you, slow you down, blindside you. But just know what you're chasing and why, so that it doesn't affect you. And with that, life is precious. Your life is precious. Even if there's a dark cloud, even if you've gone through something difficult, don't let that be the last thing you go through. It's meant to be overcome. It's meant to give you lessons to learn for your growth, but also for those around you. Do not give up. Your life is precious. Your life is valuable. So there you go. Those are some things that you should tell yourself every day. And I believe that it'll help you. I believe it's going to help me. And thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Coffee Break. I hope that you enjoyed, this little thing. I hope it lifts you up. Give it a shot. Give it a go. Also, don't forget, in the description below, you can find all our links. But you're listening to this, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Help us grow. Help us spread the word. And with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.